Ooh, you know what? I do have the dockyard ship. Oh, no, that's not the dockyard ship, but I can play it. I hate Tier 8. I could play the Atlântico. You guys want to see the Atlântico? I ended up whaling it because I want the steel, but I don't think it's a great ship. Honestly, I think it's a horrible ship, but there's a lot of quirks about it that I don't like. Its secondaries are really good. I think the best way to play this ship is as a secondary battleship. That being said, the guns on this thing, I don't have the stats in front of me, but the fuse time, it is 380 millimeter guns, which sounds like they're okay, you know what I mean? Until you start firing on cruisers. The fuse time on these shells are so long, you're wasting your time if you're firing on cruisers. Unless you got a cruiser like something that you can overmatch, all right, 381 millimeters, so I think that barely crosses the threshold of 27 millimeter. So you can, I think, overmatch Baltimore's with this, Cleveland's and stuff like that, but it's not going to stick if they're broadside. Unless they're facing you or facing away, your AP is not going to stick. It's just not going to do it. That being said, it's a AP-only battleship. So even when you find yourself up-tiered, you know, and you got to bow on anything, you can't even switch to HE. You know what I'm saying? So this ship can be really challenging to play. Is it balanced for what it is? Sure. Is it overpowered? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I think there's too many weaknesses that just show itself in this ship. The one thing I do like about this ship though is it is armored really well. 32 millimeters. Bow and stern, and you do have a very, very extended icebreaker here of 152 millimeters, so that's pretty tight. Your belt's 356, so this is pretty much typical Tier 8. A little squishy up on top, but that's normal. You don't really want to show too much side, but the secondaries on this thing are pretty nasty. Let's open up here the artillery. I don't think I played the ship yet on screen. 127 millimeter guns and 234 millimeter guns, guys. That's pretty tight. And the reload time is 10.7 seconds, so it's not that great. But that can be improved when you're building into a secondary build. Right now I don't have a Pan-American commander good enough to go with like a close quarters expert or anything like that. I got the two major manual secondary armament in the extended range. So I do have like this going for it. Eventually, I'll pick this as my next Tier 4 slot. But your concealment's so good on this ship. That's the other thing you got going for you, too. I'm not running concealment, guys, and you can see it's 12.8. That's fantastic. And if you do run concealment, like I'll probably pick these two. Normally, I build a tank build, but I don't know, guys. But when you pick these two, you can get your concealment down to, what is it? It brings it down to 11.5. Which is, your secondary range, I think, is 11.3 with a flag. So that's nuts, dude. It's like, unless you run into a DD, if you're trying to sneak up on a cruiser, you are 100% stealthy until you're on top of the dude. You know what I'm saying? And the pen on these secondaries are pretty good. Let's check that really quick, because I think everybody's going to be interested in that. At least with a 234 millimeters. Yeah, you can pen 59 millimeters. So pretty much every battleship in the game, with the exception of the deck of the Izumo, the Kremlin, the Yamato, and the Musashi. But this will stick on everything else. It's crazy. What up, the Minister? How we doing, man? It's cool. It's cool, guys. Definitely don't buy this thing outright. The only reason why I did is because I want the steel. But I think the quirks offset what it is. I haven't had any, oh my god, awesome games in this ship. But I haven't had any, like, man, I only did 20,000 this game either. You know what I mean? So let's get some flags on this thing. We'll kind of stack it up here. We'll see what this thing can do. I'm not going to run too many flags. I'll just run the heel flag because you should if you got it. No better fob trucks. I mean, those are just, this is all minor stuff, guys, in the AA. But let's go ahead and fire this thing up. We'll see how it does. But the AP only on this ship can be a nightmare sometimes. It kind of limits what you're capable of, and it doesn't get improved pen angles. And as I said before, the fuse time of the shells is too short to be getting reliable pens on cruisers. So, you know, that's something to take note of, guys. But this is actually really good matchmaking for this ship. But like the Flint, the San Diego, ooh, that's a test ship. And that's a cool looking ship, guys. I don't know if you've seen that in testing yet. I'm not a CC, so I can talk about what I've seen, but it looks like it has SAP. To me, it looks like an Tier 8 Austin is what it looks like to me. Fuso's not going to be a problem. Doria's not going to be a problem. Ganaizenau shouldn't be a problem. He will be if he angles, because I can't overmatch him. So, the only two ships in this game, as far as battleships are concerned, that I can overmatch is the Doria and the Fuso. Obviously, the cruisers, not a single DD in this fight, guys. Look at this crap. There's going to be an ungodly amount of HE spam here. This is weird matchmaking, guys. It's going to come down to whoever screws up first. Whenever there's no DDs, if we get 2 or 3 cruisers that push in like they think they have to, it's not going to work for us. Seriously. So this is going to get challenged here, and I want to stay back far enough to be out of the HE spam if I can help it. Let's, for now, just play a little conservative. I'm only going to kind of move forward here at half speed until we find out where everybody's at. But look at the concealment, guys, right now, and I'm not running concealment. 12.8 is pretty sick, and I can get that down to 11.5, and my secondaries are 11.3. That's tight. That's pretty tight. But I still don't think this is, oh my god, this is an awesome ship either. So we'll see. Hopefully this game will showcase what some of its strengths and also some of its weakness. But as you can see, guys, no HE. No HE at all. And if we start driving head-on into some of these cruisers, we're just going to get focused to death and burned to the ground. So again, it's like you are a secondary built battleship. I don't know if that's the best way to go. You know, I don't think it's horrible, but at the same time, man, it's, you got to use it situationally. You know, you got to isolate targets. San Diego, there's the San Diego, guys. Let's see if we can get some rounds on this dude. He's fast. Hold all kinds of lead. But 10 guns is pretty sick, guys. Yeah, he slammed on his brakes and turned. Yeah, he slammed on his brakes and turned. All right, we'll just chill here. We'll just chill here. I want to stay out of his range if possible. Fuso's kind of moving up. But that Austin has an ungodly amount of DPM. Yeah, he's running, I forget that commander skill, but it tells you when you're getting shot at. See, I shot at him at range, and he slammed right on his brakes. But let's go ahead and punch that Fuso right in the face. Let's come around here. The Lexington's out of the range. But again, no spotter plane either, guys. So that's something to take note of. We do have 4 heals, which is pretty cool. Yep, let's fire on Fuso. Put 10 guns on the Fuso. See what happens here. But as long as we don't go too far forward, we can drop off if we need to. All right, good damage. Good damage on him. All right, let's let them screw up first, man. I'd love to get my secondaries going, but I'm not going to do it, you know, again, at what cost? So let's just chill here. I'll throttle up just to keep my guns to bear on the Fuso, especially if he's going to open up like that, man. That's awesome right there. 100% take that shot. I held a little high because I think he's going to continue to turn out. Yep, he's slightly turning out. Okay, that was good. 12,000. That was really good damage, but remember, guys, we're shooting on Tier 6 battleships. So, you know, is what it is. If we stay angle against like ships like the Doria and even the Fuso, I mean, we'll do pretty good here. We should, anyways. Doria's pushing up. We can overmatch the Doria. We'll wait. Be patient. Love to finish off that Fuso, but that Doria's going to give me a better angle. I'll definitely put rounds on him. He's pushing in, too. Yeah, bouncing the Fuso shell's pretty good. He doesn't have the pen. 2 pens, 7K. Not great, not awful. We don't have a shot in the San Diego. Doria's starting to turn out now. He figured that out. I almost want to switch back over the Fuso because he's low. And I can overmatch him. I can pen him at pretty much any angle. So a little high. He is turning back in. He is turning back in. He's going to turn back into the Ranger, so we might be able to capitalize on this. Watch the other ships on the other flank. Okay, cool. 10 guns, but I mean, they're a little sporadic, but I mean, that should be expected when you're not running an accuracy mod. If you're running a secondary build, you're going to be, you know, expected to push up. But if I throw fire on this cruiser, I don't think I'll stand a chance of getting effective damage on him. My guess is I'm going to overpen the shit out of this guy. Try to give it a good hold. He's not watching himself. Somebody just got a good beat on me. Whoa! Okay. I just ate my own words, boys and girls. I just ate my own words. I'll take it. I'll absolutely take it. Let's see if we can get secondary range of this Fuso. That Fuso will melt. But most of their ships are on the other side of the map now, so I want to angle in on that side, and I'll get my guns on the left. What up, Marco? How we doing, bud? Old fruit. We're almost in secondary range of the Fuso, so he will just melt. Stay nose on. He's going to have a hard time penning us. That's who got me, the NC. Right now, he's pushing into me, so let's just... I don't have any reason to move any far further than this. Let's just stay here. I mean, secondaries are cool, but they're not... Oh my god, this thing's awesome. Well, yeah, look at that, guys. 1,200. That is pretty good. That really isn't that bad, but I can overmatch the Fuso, hold at the water line, pull the trigger, baby. That should kill him if it connects. Yep. Got this close quarters expert, so that's cool. I don't really want to go any farther forward than this. If anything, I want to drop off, but I don't think the Lexington's going to do this. We're kind of working our way towards the gap.
Direct front.
I mean, I don't give a fuck about the Lexington's planes right now. Yeah, I mean, that's just damage you're going to eat no matter what. Once the carrier goes away, then I'll drop off for the NC. So let's just chill here. Yeah, Lexington's going to get whatever he wants of us. But, again, with my concealment, as long as the carrier, once the carrier goes away here... No flood. Yep, and we tanked the shells for the NC, so we dropped off. We're probably not going to get the cap. But if that NC opens up, man, I'll blister that dude. Let's let him push. Let's let him push. In the meantime, we're capping. If he opens up, I'll shoot him. Yep, looks like he's opening up. 6. Yep, let's take that shot, because he is opening up. If he didn't open up, I just would have stayed dark. Because now we stand a chance to get reset. Oh, that's a beautiful shot, baby. That's a beautiful shot, baby. Yeah, he's going to reset us, but I don't care. We'll tank those shells.
Main turret critically damaged.
I'll just let that heal up by itself. We don't need the caps to win. We got a ship advantage here. So I don't really want to do anything too radical. Doria wasn't able to set us. I'm watching the other flank like a hawk because I don't know how they're going to do. But look at this. The NC is 13.4 kilometers away from us and we dropped off. If it wasn't for the carrier.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
7. Let's take that shot. Tia's opening up. Maybe we can set it on again or something. That'd be pretty cool. Sit, baby. Nope, he turned it just in time. Yeah, we are eating quite a bit of damage, unfortunately. Ooh, let's get that Doria in range. No, he's not going to let us. Yeah, if the carrier wasn't an issue here, we would be able to drop off. And we probably would have had this cap right now. But, again, I don't care about the cap. We're not going to get it. There's no way we're going to get this cap. I'm more concerned about just kind of locking down this flank here. Oh, this NC's still sailing broadside. That's gorgeous, man. It's gorgeous. Come on, RNG. Get it to me, baby. And we are in secondary range of the Doria. So that Doria kind of made a big mistake. Look at that. 4 overpens, guys. You'll get that. Sometimes you'll just get that. I'd rather take the Tier 8 ship out of the fight before the Tier 6 battleship, so I'm going to, as long as the Northern NC gives me a good angle, I'll continue to fire on him even though the Doria is closer. If not, I'll switch back over to the Doria. Yeah, NC's opening up a little bit, but that's okay. We'll continue to work over the NC. I'm getting kind of low, so we'll isolate ourselves against the NC here. Yeah, that was good damage against the NC. And these guns work really good when you're firing against other battleships. When it comes to cruisers, we got really lucky there. These guns can get a little trollish. But there is jack shit this Doria is going to be able to do to me. I don't care if he's resetting the cap. But look at this guy. He ran right into my secondaries. I'm just going to say angled in against him. There's very little that he can do. We're just going to end up killing this guy. If not me, teammates. Yep, there it is, baby. We got the Citadel. We got the Citadel, baby. Now we should be able to get the cap. That was actually a pretty good game, guys. 3 kills, 139,000. That's probably one of the better games I had in this ship. I mean, as long as you don't get crazy aggressive in this thing, you can do good work, guys. But the guns, I'm telling you right now, can be very trollish against cruisers. We got lucky on the only cruiser we shot at this game, but just pay attention to that. I wish we could get the kill on the NC, but it's not going to happen. But I'm glad I stuffed myself into this rock, because that, I mean, fighting 1 ship at a time is obviously better than fighting 2 ships at a time. So we pretty much own this flank. We own this map. 34 secondary battery hits. I'm going to check the results here at the end of the game to see how much damage those actually did. But I just watching the numbers when we were getting secondary hits on that other battleship, that first one. I mean, we're chunking them each round. This Hinton was getting them for like 1,200. That's pretty good for secondary guns, man. I mean, 240 millimeter guns, 43 millimeter guns, or something like that. So they're pretty strong, guys. They're pretty potent. And if you get in range of a destroyer, you will melt it. If you can connect with them, you'll chunk them. But other cruisers is the same way. But we capitalized on their mistakes too. We let them screw up first. We didn't get over aggressive. We let them push. And there was nothing that they could do. Eventually, we did get the cap. You know, it's a pretty tanky ship, but at the same time, I mean, if you show any kind of side in this thing, you're going to eat damage. But because of the longer fuse time, you're more likely to Citadel a battleship than you are a cruiser. So, you know, you kind of got to pick and choose your targets a little bit with this ship. It's the skill level on this thing, I think it's a little bit harder to play than, say, any of your normal tech tree ships. Just because of what you have to work with here. You don't have HE, it's AP only, and you got to be smart at what you're shooting at. So, you know, on that aspect, this ship can be a little bit more challenging to play. But as you can see, this game, with good matchmaking, you can do really well in this ship. I mean, this is a game that I would expect really out of my NC, my Massachusetts, my Alabama, my Amagi, you know what I'm saying? So it's a pretty well-balanced Tier 8. I don't think it's crazy powerful. I don't think it's overpowered. You know, and I think it has just enough quirks with it to make it balanced with what it is. It's nice to see them come out with a ship that's in a premium that's not over the top, which is really, really cool. There's a flant. I don't know if we're going to get a shot at him. I'll take a pop shot at the flant. Let's see if we can finish him off. That'd be pretty cool. He's maneuvering a little bit. If he turns out, I think too much lead. Too much lead. Okay. Teammates, the Tone will probably end up finishing off that flant. Yeah. Oh, the Ranger got him. 6 of one, half dozen of the other. But this is cool. I like this. I like games that finish like this. You pretty much mop up your flank, and they don't have much room to recover on the opposite one. So it's kind of a nice, easy finish to the rest of the game, which is cool. Leander's on the outside. We're looking good, guys. We're doing pretty good. 11, that's 12 planes. 13 planes, so that's not too bad, guys. We'll be in the top, you know, probably 3 XP earners on this team. I don't know how anybody else did. Yeah, we'll probably be top XP earner to this team. Would be my best guess. Leander's smoked up. As soon as he gets presented, we might be able to just kind of blister him pretty good. Yeah, we'll just keep working over, man. It's not a bad ship, guys. It's not an, oh my god, this thing's crazy awesome, but Leander's going to turn out a little bit. We'll hold high. He's maneuvering. We'll wait. We'll just be a little patient. If we can get that plunge and fire, it might stick. Let's see what he's going to do. Let's see what this Leander's going to do. I'd love to get in range of the carriers. Probably just save it for the carriers. We're only about 1 kilometer away from the carriers here. If I could smoke that Lexington, that'd be awesome. Yeah, racking out the plane damage, man. He didn't, you know, or who was it, the Ranger or the Lexington? Either way, they didn't get any planes through. There it is, 10. Fire on the Lexington, baby. Hopefully they stick. I don't think I let him enough. Nope, he's 33 knots. I held on for 30. That was my fault. That was my poor marksmanship. What do we got left before the game ends? 5 minutes? Let's compensate a little bit better for the next shot. Hold a little bit farther ahead. And 8 seconds, we'll get him on the next volley. Hopefully we can kill him. He's down to half health.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
9.5. We'll hold right about there. Send it, baby. He's slightly moving away, too. So that should hit him pretty close to midship. You got to hit him under the stacks of Citadel. Come on, baby. Nope. Let's look at that, guys. Two over pens, 1 pen. So every once in a while, these guns will troll you like that. Lexington's probably going to go down. Then we'll see if we can finish off the Ranger. 3 seconds. Hold high because he's angling out. Teammates are probably going to... Oh, the game ended. Okay, so we didn't get the kill on the Lexington. But as you can see, sometimes the guns will troll you because of that fuse time. But that was still a pretty good game, guys. I mean, that was pretty solid in Tier 8 battleships. Granted, we had really good matchmaking, but 150,000, 3 kills, that's not too bad. 1 close quarters expert. We will be top XP earner. Yep. Yep, but look at that. Look at that, guys. Over 500 base XP. More than the guy in the second place. So we pretty much cleaned house on that flank, but we were only able to do it because we played conservative. Even though we're running a secondary build, we didn't drive head-on to these guys because we just would have melted, especially with 2 carriers in the game. So I hope that gives everybody a pretty good representation as to how this ship can be played. I do recommend running a secondary build, but like any other secondary build battleships, do your best you can to isolate targets. Don't go in head-on, one at a time, and you'll do just fine. But yeah, that was a fun game, guys.